start from here. Okay, and let's do each of that. Here we are using HR employee attrition, and we need this because we want to work with that. Okay, so we just copy that because we want to work with it. And let's open our terminal, and here you can see this and give the location where your CSV file resides, then call DuckDB. Afterwards, let's select start from the CSV file name, that's HR employee attrition.csv, and then let's give a limit of 5, then run. So it shows. Now you are going to create the table with using that. Okay, so use create table, then let's use HR data and say yes, then write the above query. Select stuff from the CSV file name, that's HR employee attrition, then CSV, close it, limit 5, and run again. Show tables, it will show the tables we have, and then let's select staff from HR data. So we get the same table. Now we are going to work with a risk profile. Okay, first we define what risk actually means, because we don't just analyze who already left, we analyze and identify who might left. Okay, so to prevent the next people moving from this company, we are making this. Okay, so we build something called risk profile, and we are using this because monthly income, we need to know the monthly income. So if it's because of the salary, we can understand from monthly income. When it comes to overtime, if I say this way, you may not understand that. So describe HR data. Now you will understand. So here we have so many fields. You can take age if you want. Is this because of the age people lifting? But we need to analyze this part and understand which is the most important columns to understand the risk profiles, chances of people left the nest. Okay, so we definitely need attrition, not this time, but we can just take gender if you want. But there are some other things we can just dig into. Okay, the one thing is relationship satisfaction. If the employee is having a poor relationship with the other employees or the HR, the chances of leaving will be high. And also the job satisfaction. So here you can see job satisfaction. And when it comes to the employee number, we need the employee number to identify the employee. Okay, and we need monthly income. Like here you can see monthly income, and this shows their average salary and years at the company. Okay, years at the company shows how many years they work. So to check early stage risk. Okay, these are the things we are taking for now. Okay, to know the our status of risk. Okay, so let's do with our risk profile. For that, we need to create a temporary query or temporary data set. So now I would like to create one. So using what we are using with for that. With is used for creating temporary items, temporary tables, and yeah, here we are using a with for that, and we are giving a name for it because it's a temporary table. We are keeping it as employee risk profile, and we select all our things we say. We also want a department if it's because of the department, or it's because of the job role, and it's maybe because of the total working hours. Here you can see total working years and so on. Okay, attrition is also needed because we are looking forward to attrition. So job role shows us is because of the job and the salary. We need to compare those. And department, if they are under the high pressure department, they may quit or leave the company at the early time. So here we are creating our virtual table. Because of that, we are using with. Okay. So now we are doing this. So we use the with, and give a table name, that's employee risk profile, and whatever we want in that. So here yeah, we are using employee number, department, job role, attrition, monthly income, overtime, total working years, all we are already discussed, and we just enter. We will get the results. Okay. Here you can see that the monthly income is less than 4,500. Also, it should be overtime is less. Yes. And then we call it as critical risk when the job satisfaction and relationship satisfaction is less than 2 or equal to 2, then it called cultural risk. When years at the company is less than 2, then we say it as onboarding risk. So these are the things we get from this. The sales is stable and research and development stable, but when it comes to here, these two are not stable. Okay, so we need to get the full chart of that. Okay, so here we can't see all the department, all the columns. There are 11 columns, and we are not able to see all the columns. Okay, because of that, I use dot more box and dot wide all. So and redo the commands. Then now we can see all the columns. That is, 11 of the columns are seen here. Just resize our table. You will be able to see all the columns clearly. Okay. So this is how we get all the columns. We want to see that. So hope you can see these, or I'll just adjust it the things. Okay. Here you can see the sales executive. The attrition is true, and he's getting more than 5,933. Okay, 93, and overtime is also true, but monthly income is greater than 4,500. So the risk is stable. It's not under any other categories. The relationship satisfaction is 1, but the job satisfaction is 4. So that means we are using and here. So you can see here we are using job satisfaction and relationship satisfaction. So both should be satisfied. Okay, both conditions should be satisfied. Only then it should be under cultural risk. Okay. So because of that, it's stable. When it comes to unstable one, let's do critical risk. Critical risk is under monthly income is less than 4,500 and the overtime is yes, then it's called critical risk. In that case, we are talking about, in this case, let's see whether monthly income is, yeah, it's too low pay. Okay. We have the 2090 and the overtime is also true. So it satisfies this condition. When the monthly income is just 4,000 less than 4,500 and the overtime is yes, now it satisfies the condition. Okay. So because of that, it's critical risk. Okay. So that's it. And I don't want to make you guys so much confused with this, but I don't want to show you. This can be seen, the table can be seen this way, and you can analyze the table by yourself. That's it. Okay. We have several other commands that help us to see the whole table, but here we are using the least one or the simple one, so we can deal with it easily. Now, this query creates a new column, like I said, and it is under risk category. We name it's under risk category, okay, and there are groups that employees put into, like critical risk, culture risk, onboarding risk, and stable. This helps us to focus on employees who are more likely to leave. Okay. Now we are going back to our salary fairness. Okay. But we not only just salary alone, but we compare salary with the same job role. So we need the salary, we need the job role. And salaries, and for salary, we took monthly income, and job role is just job role, and we round all things. Okay, let's done. Do it and I will show you. So here we took all these things, job role, attrition, count. We need to count the attrition. Then we place it under employee count and round the average salary with 2-digit. Okay, then average, place it under average income, use as, and place it under average income. And we are doing our partition by role and just run. Okay, here we get the whole table. The laboratory technician having attrition as true, employee count is 1, and the average income is less than 4,500. We don't. And the job market role, if this is, it's a income they should get. Okay, it's below that. So that's like, because of that, the attrition is true. Here also we can, it's attrition is true, but the average salary and the job market salary is already same. Okay, that's what's shown here. And this shows the employee salaries vs role, job role salary average. So if employees who leaves earns less than the job role average, then the salary fairness is the problem. So some of the employees has that issue because it's 270, 2779, but here it comes to the almost 2000. So here the employee's attrition is true. So employee earns less than the role average. Okay, so that's employee salary fairness. Okay, now let's move to manager plus over income. So now we check overload and management, because employees often leave due to these reasons. If they are getting a lot of pressure, they will definitely want to leave the company. So let's go through that. Now let's run this. Okay. And we need to call it years of the company. So here we can see that we select the years with current manager, overtime, count. We are counting overtime, then placing under headshot, and we get overtime as true, false, false, and it's saying 2, 1, 1, 50.0, 0.0, all that. Okay, why this happens? Here we are taking 1 point this way, 1.0, 0.0, and multiplying that into 100 to know the attrition rate. Okay, and before that, we are having yes, and here now we are using true. So when that is not under the table, if there are some mismatches, we won't get an output. Okay, even the query is right, but we won't get an output. While it's go through the dataset, it won't see anything like S. So here we are taking true, and that's how we get true, false, and all. And here the years of the company 0 to 7, overtime true, false, false, and headcount 2, 1, 1. So this shows about the things that actually shows the manager experience and the overtime. So high the overtime, the burnout will be high, and if certain managers are the issue, so we can say it's management issue. Okay. So to find out that, we used this query. Now our final business output. Okay. Finally, we convert everything into a business output because companies need decisions, not just data. Okay. So let's do that. Before that, let's select staff from select attrition. Sorry, from HR data. So here you can see how it is arranged. It's like true, false, false. This is how the attrition is arranged. Okay, and we got this. It's a first five. We'll get only the first five. Okay, and because of that, we changed the yes from here to true. Now you understand that why we changed that. So now let's deep digger into compensation. Okay, so no, not just salary. We check salary hike and stock benefits, because employees don't just look at company salary or current salary. They look at growth and future value. So we are using, here you can see we already described something, and here we are using percent salary hike, and then we can see stock optional level. Okay, and attrition to compare who left. So personal salary hike to check if the increase in meaningful percentage. Okay, and stock option level is to see long-term retention benefits. Okay, so let's go through that. I will show the code to you. So this is how we get. So here we select the personal salary hike, stock optional level, count. We count it, and then we place it under total employees, and we average it, and this is what we get. Okay. So this shows whether low salary hikes leads to attrition. Like here we have salary hikes is 15, it leads to 100% attrition. Okay. whether the stock options reduce attrition. So if attrition is high with low hikes, then compensation growth is a problem. Okay. So here attrition is not high with low hikes. Okay. And here you can see the employees, number of employees who counts in that percent. Okay. Now let's move to performance impact. So here we are going to check the performance because not all the attrition is bad. Losing top performers is a serious problem. So we are using performance rating and that to identify the employee quality. Okay. So when it comes to performance rating, we can see that here. Okay. Here we have performance rating and we are taking attrition to check who left. Now let's write the query and understand that. Now you see performance rating, total employees, and the attrition rate. So this shows whether the high performance are leaving or low performance are leaving. If high performance are leaving, then we can say that that is a critical business issue. So we have high performance people are not leaving that. So maybe this is not the issue. Now the seventh thing, that is lifestyle factors. So now we say lifestyle factors because stress outside the work also affect decisions. We are using distance from home to communicate. To commute stress. So here you can see the distance from home, and when it comes to business travel, you can see the travel frequency, and attrition is always needed. Okay, so let's work with that code. So here you can see that the business travel distance from home is counted, placed under total employees, and its average is taken. It give a case that when attrition is true, and then it is 1, and if attrition is not true, then we say 0. So and we place it as attrition rate under attrition rate. Okay, and we are just multiplying that with 100 and giving 2 extra digits if third. Okay, let's run this. So here you can see the attrition rate. It's 100, okay, and it's 50, and it's 00. That shows if attrition is true, we will get a digit. Okay, and travel rarely has the attrition rate high, and frequently has the lowest attrition. So from this, we understand that it's because one of the reason may be travel. Okay, this shows whether long distance affect attrition and whether frequent travels increase exist. So if yes, lifestyle is a factor. So from our query, lifestyle is a factor. Now our final analysis. So we bring everything together. We have analyzed salary and compensation. We work with workload and management, growth and promotions, environment and engagement, lifestyle factors, performance. Yeah, this gives us a full picture. Employees don't leave because only of one reason. They leave because of combination of reasons, maybe of low growth, poor work-life balance, or weak compensations, and management issues is also a reason. And when it comes to personal factors like stress, it can also lead to attrition of people. So now we have all the factors in our data set. Let's name it as final attrition data set and ready for our Tableau. Okay. So this is our final attrition data set. We name it as final attrition data set. We select employee number, department, job role, gender, all necessary columns. So here we have a lot of columns, environmental satisfaction, job environment. All these are selected because we all need them. So run this. Now our table is created. Now we need to save that. Okay, let's call the table. So select stuff from the table name as here, the table name as final attrition. It's gonna show all things. And let's limit it to, yeah, definitely gonna know that. So this is our table. So it may be bad for your eyes. Okay. So let's use dot mode box and let's work with modal. Okay. Mode line. And here our code, final code. So full iteration is already exit. We just need to call it. Okay. And select stuff from. Let's give final attrition dataset. and limiters by. So it shows like this. No, it is much better, right? Okay, it's seen in line. Employee one, sales, job roles, sales executive. There are lots of lines we have. Instead of seeing this way, it's like it's a bit complicated to see this. So we are getting this way. We can understand each by each like this. Okay, using model. Now we are going to save this. Okay, now let's save this part, then run. So the final iteration is now saved. Let's go to our file and we can see that final iteration dataset. So now you're seeing the final iteration dataset here. So yeah, we're done with our things and we can use this for to make the Tableau. Okay. So that's all for today and we will make the Tableau today itself and you can also work with that. So bye. See you again. Hello guys. While I go through the CSV file, I couldn't find more than 5 rows. So from that I understand that it's because we didn't really assign all the data to the. Okay, now let's do that. Okay, for that I'm giving the correct location, then calling the DuckDB, creating the table HR data as HR employee attrition CSV. Afterwards, I need to write the create table and I wanna work with our HR attrition file. So if anything like final attrition is there, let's drop it first and create a table attrition dataset as HR attrition data. This helps us to create a HR attrition data copy that will be saved to the final dataset. Okay, that's what we do here. Then let's copy that to final dataset and name it as final iteration dataset. That's how we save our thing. Okay, now let's go through our CSV file to know whether it's saved or not. Okay, let's do that. So as you see here, this is our dataset now, and it has almost 470 entries. Okay, and we don't want anything like this because we use this CSV file or the dataset for our Tableau creation. Okay, so I just wanted to add it on because if you guys find any mistakes while you are having CSV file, it's because of this, and I don't want trouble you guys. Hope you are watching the full video and understand the real concepts, and I hope this works for you. Okay, so you can see the next session under this. Okay, so we are going to upload the next session soon, and that's the Tableau part, and we will see the. Okay, keep watching and doing it by yourself. Let's do it and create and publish in Tableau and place a resume project. Okay, see you guys. Bye.